Hello guys, welcome back to the course. In this video, we are going to start the first project, analyzing population density for urban planning. Let's read the problem. Urban planners often need to assess population density to make informed decisions about infrastructure development, resource allocations, and service provisions in urban areas. Understanding population distributions and density is crucial for identifying areas of high demand for services such as transportations, healthcare, and educations, as well as for predicting future growth patterns. So in this project, we are going to analyze United States population density, and not only that, we are also going to display population density for each state on interactive map. Okay, let's get started. The first thing that you need to do is to install GeoPandas. Let's copy this and let's compile the code. Next, you will also need to install Volume. So let's copy this and let's compile the code. And lastly, you need to install Branca. Let's copy this and let's compile the code. As you guys can see, we have successfully installed these three Python packages. Next, we are going to import several Python libraries. Firstly, we are going to import pandas. Next, we are going to import GeoPandas. Next, we are going to import Volume. We are also going to import GeoJSON tooltip from Volumes. Then we are going to import Branca. And lastly, we are going to import Google Colab files. We are going to use this library to upload datasets to Google Colab. Okay, so now let's compile the code. Okay, next we are going to upload geospatial data. Just a quick reminder, this is the dataset that we are going to use, so make sure that you download these data. And there are two files. The first one is GeoJSON and the second one is CSV file. So make sure that you upload both files. Okay, so let's create a new variable. I'm going to name it uploaded, and to upload new file we are going to use files.upload functions. And let's compile the code. Let's click choose file. Firstly, I'm going to upload the CSV file, so let's click open. And don't forget, we will also need to upload the GeoJSON file. So let's compile the code and let's click choose file. This time we are going to upload the US states JSON file. Let's click open. As you guys can see, we have successfully uploaded these two data. Next, we are going to load the CSV file using pandas. I'm going to create a new variable. I'm going to name it population data because this CSV file contains information about populations for each state. We are going to use pd.read CSV, and let's copy and paste the file name USA population 2019.csv and put it inside the parentheses. And let's compile the code. Next, I'm going to display the first 10 rows of this dataset. So we are going to use .head functions, and I'm going to put 10 inside the parentheses. And let's compile the code. As you guys can see, this dataset has 3 columns: geographic area, postal code, and total resident populations. For example, Alabama has 4,903,185 people. Okay, next we are going to load the GeoJSON file using GeoPandas. Let's create a new variable. I'm going to name it GDF. You can name it whatever you want. It is totally up to you. And in this case, we are going to load the data using GeoPandas. gpd dot read file, and let's copy and paste the file name usstates.json, and let's put it inside the parentheses, and let's compile the code. Okay, next we are going to merge the population data with GeoDataFrame. Let's create another variable. I'm going to name it merge data. You can name it whatever you want, guys. And we are going to utilize gdf.merge functions. So firstly, we are going to have the population data. So you can copy and paste this variable. We are going to set the left ont to name. And we are going to set the right ont to geographic area. That's the first column in this dataset. So you can copy and paste this and put it inside the parentheses. Next, we are going to calculate area in square kilometers. You might be wondering why. Well, in this case, we want to calculate the population density, right? And this is the formula that we are going to use for calculating population density. You are going to divide the number of people with the land area. So before calculating the population density, we will need to know the land area. Okay, so let's do the calculations. Okay, firstly, we are going to display the first few rows of the merged data. So let's copy and paste this. .head, and let's compile the code. As you guys can see, the merged data has multiple columns like ID, name, geometry, geographic area, postal code, and total resident populations. So we are going to use the geometry to calculate the land area. Okay, let's add another block of code. Next, I'm going to create a new column in this merged data. I'm going to name the column area kilometers squared. So we are going to store the land area in this column. Okay, so let's do the calculations, guys. We are going to use the geometry data, so let's copy and paste this. And we are going to transform the geometry to coordinate reference system. So in this case, we are going to utilize two CRS functions. Inside here, we are going to have init, and we are going to set it to EPSG (3395), and we are going to calculate the area. So let's add dot area. And by default, the area is in squared meter. So if you want to convert that to kilometer squared, you will need to divide that by 10 raised to the power of 6. Next, we are going to calculate the population density. We are going to utilize this formula. So we are going to divide the number of people by the land area. So in this case, the number of people is represented by this column, total resident populations, and the land area is represented by this column, area kilometer squared. Okay, so next we are going to create a new column. I'm going to name the column population density. You can name it whatever you want. It is totally up to you. So we are going to divide the total resident population. So let's copy and paste this. By the area kilometer squared. So you can copy and paste this. Okay guys, now we are going to display the merged data with the population density for each state. So let's print merged data. We are going to print like all columns, guys, starting from name. So this column represents the name of the state. Then we are going to print the total resident populations. Let's copy and paste that and put it inside the bracket. Then we are going to print the land area, which is represented by this column, area kilometer squared. And lastly, we are going to print the population density. So let's copy and paste this and put it inside the bracket. Okay guys, now we are going to compile the code. Let's click this. Okay, so here is the output. Let's pick one example, Wyoming. The populations of Wyoming is 578,759 people. And let's scroll down. The population density for Wyoming is only 1.2. Okay guys, I think that's it. That's all you need to know. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.